Hello, Capricorn. Thank you very much for tuning in to your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Daily Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the support of Oracle cards, the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Already shuffled. We're going to do relationship first, single second. Let's go ahead and see what we have. Capricorn. Okay. So, I'm seeing the World card and I'm noticing the Ten of Pentacles. This was in the same spot actually for Virgo as it is for you. I think that's really pretty much the only card. But, a new phase coming in here. A new phase. A new phase, but your partner is resisting it. It's like a new phase of your relationship, though. And it's kind of interesting because your partner is excited about going forward, yet they're reluctant or they're not really moving. I almost feel like this is somebody who's saying they want to move, yet not making the effort to actually do it. It's almost like saying, let's get married, but nothing happens after. One of those things. It feels like this. They're excited about where things look like they're going. They seem to say or feel, they seem to have all the good feelings that go with it, but there's no actual action happening from it. This is really, the good cheer with the Two of Swords is telling me they're enjoying the moment, but I feel like they're agreeing to something, but they're not really acting on it. I don't know how to explain this. It's almost like having the winning lottery ticket and being very excited because you have it, but never cashing it in. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's how it feels. Like, yay, this is great. Having that winning lottery ticket, but just not doing anything with it. Just kind of like, and I'll put it over here for now. Like, that makes no sense to me. That doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't. The Knight of Pentacles is over here as their challenge card. The Knight of Pentacles is an interesting card in my opinion because it's dedicated effort. It can even keep an even keel. It can either keep an even keel, gradually move up, or gradually move down. There's like 3 different ways this goes, depending on the situation. And I feel like they're excited about this going up, getting better, but they're staying even keel. That's the challenge is for them to not stay even keel, but to progress with the situation. I feel like they're excited about moving forward. They're agreeing to this. They think it's great, yet they're not acting on it. And everything is staying as normal for them. And as things go forward for them, they have the Four of Pentacles. They're still not moving forward. They're not cashing in that lottery ticket. They're not. They need to tell you why, though. Because you're excited about this. You're excited for the next phase, and you're banking on it. You're like, all right, let's go into this next phase. I want to do it. Let's do it. You're agreeing to it. Great. But I feel like as you're trying to move forward, it's kind of like you're like, come on, let's go cash in that ticket. And they're like, oh, I don't know where I put the ticket. And you're kind of like, what do you mean? You don't know where you put that ticket? I'll find it soon. I'll let you know when I find it. And you're just kind of like, but I'm ready to go cash it in. I don't know. I put it somewhere. I'll have to find it. I'll let you know when I find it. Do you know what I mean? That's how this feels. You're kind of like, what do you mean? Like, what? Like, this makes no sense. Like, you're like, let's go cash in the ticket. And they're just like, oh, I don't know where I put it. I'll find it. When I find it, we can go do that. Let's do something else for now. And I feel like you're kind of just looking at this person bewildered, like, really? Like, seriously? I thought you were excited about this. If you're so excited, why aren't we going to cash it in? Like, I don't understand. That's the best analogy I can get, because this is how this feels to me. This makes no sense to me. Why are they not wanting to move forward? It's kind of like they're happy about it. They like the idea about it, but they're just they seem to be so comfortable that it's like they don't want to get out of their comfy chair to go cash in the lottery ticket. It still doesn't make sense to me. It's like they're nervous about it or something. Because I see them, what would help them is to really, they need to talk this out. Something isn't right. Something is definitely not right. They're agreeing with you. It all looks like green lights to you. They seem to be excited about it. When push comes to shove, though, they're not moving forward. They're staying the same. It's like the conversation never really happened. It's kind of like, even though they were excited, it's just kind of like, it's almost like that moment never happened. That's how life feels. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, oh, we won the lottery, great, and then they're going on with life like that never happened. And you're just like, how can you be so excited about this and then act like it never happened? Like, why are they acting that way? The King of Swords is saying they need to talk it out with you. You need to bring a conversation forward. Because I feel you're having this moment like you don't understand. Like, why did they say they were happy? Why did they seem so excited and now they're doing nothing to move forward? That's the Knight of Swords? Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords, like you're feeling trapped. Spiritually, you're feeling trapped. You're like, I don't understand. Like, I don't really understand. I feel like that's your side. Like, I don't understand. Why are we not moving forward if you were happy? Here's the Knight of Swords. You're standing with the Knight of Swords with the creativity. They're like saying, don't let your mind get ahead of you. Don't let your thoughts get the best of you. Because I feel like you might try to fill in the blanks yourself. That could be dangerous. Be careful. Don't fill in the blanks yourself is what I'm getting. A conversation needs to happen. I feel like they're nervous about what's coming forward next. I just feel like they're literally nervous. Now, these are going to come through forward in a minute. What starts to get this situation going a lot better, they need to communicate, true, but I don't feel like they're going to do that unprodded. I feel like you have to advance towards them to get this conversation started. I feel like they might just go numb to the situation. And they're saying for you to remember the Lover's card is here. The love is here with this relationship. It is. You have love for them. They do have love for you. They're saying just have the confidence to start this conversation. Have a good moment. Maybe have a nice dinner. Do something together that you enjoy doing. Start the conversation. All right. So we won the lottery. You seemed very excited about that. The reason I'm bringing this up is because you look like you were legitimately excited, but the way you're reacting doesn't seem to match that. You don't seem very concerned that you can't find a ticket. And that's like, this is the lottery. Like, that's a lot of money. Like, why aren't you excited or at least upset that you can't find the ticket? Like, why do you seem so benign about the whole situation? So emotionless about it. Why does it not seem to bother you? And I don't feel you trying to make a fight about this. And you don't have to be, and I don't think you are. I don't feel that energy coming through in this reading anyway. Just kind of like, where's your head? What are you thinking? Just explain to me why you seem so excited, but I'm not seeing action to back that up. Why is that? I just want to know why you're feeling this way. Is there something wrong? Did we actually not win the lottery? Was there a number too off? Is that what actually happened? So we didn't really win? Like, what are you seeing that I'm not seeing? Explain to me how you're feeling and why you seem to be unimpressed with this situation at the moment. All you have to do is start the conversation. And I feel like the way you come forward towards your partner, you got the Fool card on their side in their spiritual sense, where they're going through this and they're trying to be optimistic. But I feel like they're trying to be optimistic, but there's two other cards that I'm trying to pick up, but maybe I can't pick them up for a reason. Oh, I can't pick them up. Here we go. The Hierophant with the safe travel. They're afraid of the next stage. They're happy where they are. They're just kind of like, they're sad to see the last stage go. It's not that they don't want the next stage, but they really love how things are now. And it's kind of sad to see it go. It's kind of like watching childhood pass by. Once it's over, even if you have a second childhood, it's never the same. Like, I'm sorry, somebody in their 30s or 40s, they can have a second childhood, technically, but you're never going to be in that state where somebody's taking care of you. All you have to do is make sure you eat vegetables and go to bed on time and do your homework. Life just does not go back to that. Not the way it was. It just doesn't. And I feel like that's what they're saying. It's just kind of like it was a very nice era, and they're sad to see it go just because it was so enjoyable. So I just feel like they're just kind of like they're mourning a little bit of this of how things were and what they're leaving behind. To them, it's kind of like if they've really enjoyed this time. Everything that's gone before now, they've enjoyed immensely with you. They love being with you. They love how things are. They're just nervous. Like, what does the next phase mean? What's going to change now? How much is going to change? Is the honeymoon over? Is kind of how they're feeling. It's just a little bit kind of like a cold feet thing, in my opinion. They just got to advance forward. It's the difference between like feeling like the best time is over. The difference between feeling like the best times are over and then realizing better times are yet to come. To connect into that, like better times are yet to come. Yes, the history was very good, but that doesn't mean the best times are over. That means better things are yet to come. And if they can switch over to that mindset where they can see that like better things are on their way, things are going to get even better. Like the best is yet to come. It's going to get even better. Keep going forward. I feel like they need to switch over to that mindset. Cause that's what it feels like to me that the problem is. It may seem a little bit out of focus for you or not make a lot of sense why they feel that way. I guess you can't really get down to the semantics about why. I guess that's personal for everybody. The fact that is how they feel and that's just what they got to move through. I just feel like that's just, as long as you know it, you'll be okay. Okay, I think we're good. All right, let's get into Capricorn singles and see what we have for Capricorn singles. Put these cards here. I don't think that was bad. I think that's gonna go well. I feel like it's identifying a problem and making it a better situation than it currently is. Because I just feel like it's really unsettling for you. Kind of like, how come you were so excited and now nothing is changing? I feel like that's kind of weird. The Eight of Cups wants to... I was shuffling before... before I turned on the camera for Capricorn, and the Eight of Cups flew out. It just flew out again. There's something about the Eight of Cups coming in here. And it's almost like, when I feel the Eight of Cups, it's like questioning, are the best times behind us? I don't feel like that's the case, at least not for the relationship side. Let's see for singles. That's one of the ways that I personally read the Eight of Cups. Sometimes it's leaving what you have, all the credit and asset you've gained to go towards something new. Other times I feel like it's questioning if all the best times are behind us. I've seen it come through a couple different ways. And again, I am an intuitive reader, if you weren't aware. If you're new to my channel and you didn't realize that yet, I am definitely an intuitive reader. So, Capricorn single. Okay, what do we got? Let's see if that card makes an appearance. Nope. Got the Page of Cups at the bottom. Okay, let's do a couple oracle cards. Capricorn single. I feel like there's going to be a difference of opinion about how fast things should move forward. I feel that right off the bat. I feel like you're going to win. It's going to go the way you want. So, I feel like you're going to win this battle. Yeah, no, I do feel like you're going to win this battle. You got the Page of Cups. Capricorn, Earth, from what I understand and what I've experienced of Capricorns that I know, these are builders. They build things slowly. Even if they feel intensely for somebody right off the bat, they will slowly build something anyway to make sure it's real and not just not a fantasy. I was going to say fanciful or something. I don't know what word that was, but moving on. So, when I'm seeing your energy here, though, I'm feeling somebody already caught your interest right off the bat. You were very attracted, liked them a lot. They seem to like you a lot. But you're kind of like, I feel like even though that was there, you were very reluctant to move forward. I'm getting this Ten of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords. I'm getting you were very elusive in the beginning here. Be it they're coming towards you or you're going towards them, you were playing a poker face. You just were kind of like, let me get to know this person. Let me see what they're about. Let's see what's happening here. Let's just see what's going on. Let's just mull it through. And I feel you had a lot of restraint. You knew that you liked them and that you were attracted. I just don't feel like you wanted them to know right off the bat. It doesn't feel like you wanted them to know right off the bat. Mostly because you just wanted to keep control of the situation. Because you were kind of getting the impression they liked you too. And you're just like, I don't want to run a right train on this. If I hold it back a little bit, if I play a poker face, if I'm a little bit more coy, I feel like things could go a lot slower, a lot easier. But as things keep moving forward, I see this other person kind of wondering if you're really interested or not. That seems to create the stress of the Ten of Wands. Which, to me, a lot of times the Ten of Wands is succeeding through stress. Especially in this deck, you'll notice all 10 of those wands are on this person's back. They are succeeding. It's a burden. It takes a lot. They're working to keep things together. They're working diligently. They are succeeding. But it's through a lot of effort. And I feel like it comes to a point where you're questioning, like, am I playing this a little too coy to where this person might move on because they don't realize that I'm interested? So I do get the Knight of Pentacles in your thoughts. Like you're definitely not wanting to jump forward. You do not want to jump forward, but you definitely don't want this ship to sink because people don't think you're interested or this person doesn't think you're interested. So you don't want the ship to sink. You don't want to jump forward, so you're kind of like, all right, wait a minute, what am I going to do? Because if this person loses interest or goes away, it doesn't really matter how fast I want things to go, because if they abandon ship, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. For that reason where you feel like they're kind of getting ready to kind of sign off or move on because they're not really catching on that you're interested, the Eight of Wands comes in. Well, the Pentacle field is here too, because I feel like you've already started to invest in this person and you want to know them more. Really not looking to jump ahead. Not really looking to jump ahead at all. But you're like, I can't let this pass me by. If they go a different direction, it's not going to matter. There isn't going to be building anything. It doesn't matter slow, fast, or any other thing. It doesn't matter. If they leave, it doesn't matter. This is why you're coming forward and you're saying how you feel. You're showing interest. And you're moving things forward a little bit. Like, let's hang out. Let's go here. Let's go there. You're moving things forward a notch. Maybe 2 or 3 at the most. I feel like this is jumping forward a little faster than you want to. A little faster than you want to. For the reason of keeping this person interested in you. But I also feel like you're jumping forward 2 or 3 notches and you're not liking it, but you're feeling like this is what you have to do to keep this person's interest. Now, you're trying to explain to this person that you want them to know you're interested, but you're just kind of like seeing how things are going. You just want to see how you add up. You're not looking to set up shop here. You're not looking to like play house with anybody right now. But you would like to, make sure that they realize they're interested and see if they're interested back and see if they're interested to get to know you a little better. And you're telling them, hey, I'm a slow mover. I build with purpose. I'm not looking for a runaway train. I just want things to work out. And I want to get to know you more. I want you to get to know me more. Now, when I see this other person react to this, because you got the Moon and the High Priestess in the center, they don't seem to understand it. I don't feel like they get it. And I feel with the High Priestess, they are interested. And they're kind of trying to go with you on this, but they're not understanding you. I don't feel like they're getting it. With the Moon card and the High Priestess, they're trying to work with it. They just don't get it. They're just like, it doesn't make sense to me. Those are very complimenting cards, though. So there's a little bit of mystery there, with a little bit of, balancing out the good and bad. So those are very complimenting cards, but this person, I see them with the Four of Swords and with the Study, like they don't get it. They don't understand what you're doing. But and I feel like this is the point about saying those are complementary cards. It does seem to go your way. You know, they're kind of like, okay, you want to go slow, but you are showing me you're interested. They're not getting it. They just don't understand why you want to go so slow. They don't get it. Like, they're like, are we into each other or not? For them, I don't feel like this is normal for them to go this slow. And they feel kind of really weird about the whole situation. They were going to move on is what I'm getting, and that's why you moved forward. But they're slowing down, and they feel like they're kind of watching for a while. They're just trying to figure out what you're really about and what you really want. They may be questioning your motives. Just to be fair, they may be questioning what you really want. And it's not about what you say. It's about what you do after the fact that's really going to prove it to them. Because they hear what you're saying. They understand the words you're saying, but it just doesn't make sense to them really. So what they're doing is they're holding to the side and they're watching how you live life and how you treat them to really understand what's really going on here. And the study card with the Four of Swords, I feel like this is very good actually, because they're taking a very honest interest in you, and they're starting to understand like what you say and what you do, how you mean it, and like how truthful you are. Like I feel like you said some things just flat out how you mean it, but it didn't make sense to them. But as you go forward and you're proving like what you said is actually what you mean, right to the button, right to the whatever. I feel like right to the letter. There we go. I feel like they're getting it. They're like, oh, like you were just like that was just flat out literal. They're looking at you like you were just flat out literal with that. Because a lot of people don't talk flat out literally. Is what I'm getting. At least that's not what this person experiences. People say one thing and maybe they mean something a little different. This person seems to be questioning like what you told them. If you're just telling them to get a certain reaction out of them, or so you can get something you want from them. They're not really getting. Like what you're saying, you literally mean to the letter, because that's how it feels. As things keep progressing forward, you're still taking this slow. It's not a relationship yet, but you're seeing each other more and more and more, little by little, You're through your comfort zone. You're comfortable through this. I'm getting energy and the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is the victory card in my opinion here. So they're liking this. I feel like they're getting very comfortable with this. It's very easy for you, but it seems to make things very easy for them. You seem to be progressing very slowly, but you are progressing. And I feel that the way this is progressing, it's building a lot of confidence with them. It's not like you just want them to like, you know, sit on the bench and just wait for you to decide if you're interested or not. That's not what you're doing. You're just saying, I want to move forward slowly, and as long as we do really get along, maybe there's something that could happen here. You're not giving any guarantees, but they're seeing you show more and more interest in them. They're paying attention to you and asking more questions of you. You are getting closer slowly by slowly. The energy is there. The victory is there. I'm getting the way this is adding up. This person is very, very, very bonded to you. As time goes on, they get very, very bonded to you. And I'm getting the Hierophant with the best possible decision. Because I'm getting, the Hierophant's a lot about tradition and setting up traditions and getting a pattern going. They know how you work. They understand. They learn how you work. They get very comfortable with it. They know they can depend on you. What you say is what you mean. In the beginning, they just didn't understand why you were so literal. As time goes on, they appreciate that you were so literal. It takes the guessing game out of things. It makes them much more comfortable. It makes them feel a lot more secure. And I'm getting, this is building a very, very stable relationship down the road. When you're ready, when you're both ready, because I don't feel either of you suffering. I don't feel anybody suffering in this situation, but I feel like this is creating a very stable, reliable relationship. And I feel like they appreciate this down the road. It makes more sense to them down the road. I just feel like to you it makes sense from the beginning. I get that. But to them it doesn't. When they experience you and when they get to know you a lot better, it makes a lot better sense. It makes a very stable relationship is what I'm getting. And that's where I see this going. Down the line, of course. Anything else? All right, I think we're good. All right, so that's what I got for Capricorn. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.